Well, being a mom is hard enough. Being one during a pandemic, well, that is totally next level. But thousands of moms across Georgia, they found a way to connect with each other and really support one another. Savannah Levins is live for us this morning. Savannah, as a newer mom myself, I know what this feels like because you go through your entire pregnancy alone. No one can even come to the doctor's appointments with you during this pandemic. And then you have the baby, you think of like, oh, my whole family is gonna come and visit. You are alone, and it is a journey that's just so isolating.
Oh, I bet. I can't even imagine. I mean, you think about it. So many moms were pregnant and gave birth essentially in isolation, like you said. Others had to take on the virtual learning, basically become teachers, and they had to keep bored kids busy. Good luck. So many are turning to each other now for support.
A world desperate to stay safe is a world in which we learned
it was very nerve-wracking
to be alone.
It was definitely not what you imagine when you're a little girl, thinking that you're gonna have everybody there meeting your baby in the hospital.
Chelsea Hinkle is a COVID mom.
You hear him over there.
Pregnant with her first right as the world was shutting down.
We thought that it would be over by the time we were either pregnant or giving birth.
But things, of course, don't always turn out how we expect.
I'm gonna get emotional. I lost my dad very unexpectedly 15 days postpartum. I have a 2-week-old baby and we're right in the middle of COVID. I couldn't go to the hospital with my mom. That was very, very hard.
Chelsea, in a world of alone, went looking for connection, and she found it.
The pandemic has caused us all to learn creative ways to connect.
In a virtual support group of other moms and trained facilitators like Teresa Smith.
There are mothers who need to hear that what they're experiencing is real life and that it's normal. People need each other. We need to be connected, and to lose that and try to recreate that virtually has been both challenging and rewarding because we've seen that we can do it and it's happening.
For Chelsea, it's been a turning point.
When you hold on to those emotions, they start seeping out of you. It's something that we think we should bury, and we shouldn't.
Learning to navigate her new normal without her dad, whose name, William,
So this is William.
is now her son's.
Can you say hello?
Leave it to moms to turn a disconnected world
You're gonna sit and watch?
into one that's not so lonely after all.
If I can give advice to anyone, definitely seek help. Be an advocate for yourself, for your child, for your feelings. You have people at your fingertips.
So the support group that Chelsea attends is through the Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies Coalition of Georgia. But again, there are hundreds, many are free. We're going to link up to some on 11alive.com if you just look for this story.
Savannah, what's been the most rewarding for me during this time has just been taking off the cape and just falling apart with another mom and just sharing what you're going through. And then you get this sense of comfort because you're like, girl, you too?
Yes.
And then you're just like, oh, let's just all come together and hug it out and then put the cape back on and we go right back at it. So glad they are finding this support. And even the men have been supportive, Chesley. I've fallen apart with you too. You've been there.
Yeah, I was wondering if we wore capes too. I didn't know.
You do?
Yeah. It's nice. That's right. Parents together. We're